Hey, you're here with Ryan Fenton, General Manager at FloTrack, and you're joining us with FloTrack at TRE Live. And I'm excited to be here up on stage with some special guests to my left. Introduce you guys here. Awesome crew. Brooks XC Championships is coming up, and I got Ed Riegert here, Director of North American Retail and Events Marketing for Brooks. Julia Stamps Mallon, the CEO and founder of Eventus Experiential, and Joey Pointer, President and CEO of Fleet Feet. Guys, welcome to TRE. How's it been? How long have you been here?
I got in on Monday. It's been great. Great start to the show today. We're stoked.
Yeah, I just got in last night, so super excited to be here.
I came on Monday, did some content with FloTrack, did some runs, so check us out on Instagram.
Yep, a run again this morning. You're on it every day.
Every day.
You're ready.
Yeah.
You're ready.
Days off.
I love it. Well, I'm excited to have you guys up here because this fall marked a big, just a big shift in high school cross country, and you guys played a huge part of that. A long-time national championship was disbanded and put away. Everyone thought, but then quickly, you know, we recognize our sport for speed, and I think that you guys might have set a record in how fast a partnership and event came together. But this fall, Brooks XC Championships was born with the work from this crew here, and I'd love to just hear what that was like this fall with that announcement of the former event and you guys stepping in and helping save this moment for high school kids.
Maybe I'll take the lead first. I heard about the event. It was going to be canceled. You know, Fleet Feet, you know, we've been around for 50 years. We've supported cross country. We want to support youth athletes. I mean, like, that's where you learn to run. And it's just a sad moment. There's such history and heritage. And one of our teammates said, hey, like, there's somebody named Julia who, like, called. She's, like, trying to, like, reinvent this thing. But I just hit delete. And I was like, what? You hit delete? I was like, who the heck is Julia? I had no idea who Julia was. And so I was like, hey, can we zoom in? So we had a Zoom conversation. You could feel the passion and the energy. And then kudos to Brooks. Like, I mean, this event does not happen without Brooks at any level. I know Garrett and Ed were intimately involved. Garrett is a national qualifier. Julia won the event. And there was a handful of other people. But when you talk of speed, I've been at Fleet Feet for over 20 years. We do a lot of things really slowly, but in 7 days of that conversation, we rolled out a video and announced it, and like, it would not be happening without both of you and your respective brands. So you all can talk more about it, but it was just an incredible journey. My wife got tired of me being on calls. She's like, who the heck is Julia? Like, do you still love me? I'm like, absolutely, honey. You know, so yeah.
Well, from a Brooks standpoint, one, I would say I think it was right people, right time, right opportunity. At Brooks, we've had the PR Invitational, which we believe is one of the premier track and field high school championships there is. We'll be celebrating 15 years next year, and we've been looking for a complement to that event on the cross country side. And so when this opportunity came up, again, great partnerships with Fleet Feet, with Julia, Eventus, Jesse, and the Sound Running team. We're just stoked to be a part of it. Those of us that have been a part of the sport, we know what these meets mean between our athletes, corporate employees. Some of them have run them, but we know what this means to the kids and to the sport. And so to be a part of it and to be able to partner with these guys to continue it on under a new veil with Brooks XC, we're just ecstatic.
And I mean, I really think we get to go back to Balboa, right? This is history. History has been made there. And with cross country, you need to have that history. I mean, we would not all be here if it wasn't for all the amazing athletes who also got to celebrate national championships on that course. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? Jorge Torres, grabbing all the race directors, you know, for myself, kind of supporting along with Jesse with Sound Running, bringing, you know, Brooks in. So it really became this amazing partnership of phenomenal people in the industry coming together for the common good of making sure that this history doesn't go away. And I think that's the part where I've just been, you know, amazed at. I mean, Joey, I don't know how you're running a business and on the amount of text messages I got and like intros, and I was like, you know, even like I'm Jesse, like Joey's texting us at like 6 a.m. Like, you know, we just were on it. And I've never gotten to work with a CEO who's so passionate about it, where you were there every moment of the way. And I mean, I don't want to be in the boardroom where, you know, Garrett and Ed were chatting on how to be able to do this. And I mean, I've worked with a lot of brands. I've never seen a brand move this quickly before. I mean, this is and for, you know, as large of an investment that it is. And I just can't say enough that we would not be here for these two. But we also wouldn't have been here for like the Village, right? Bob Kennedy calling, like Carrie Tollefson, like, you know, everyone was, you know, just such an, you know, devastated at the news. So the opportunity now to going back to Balboa and letting these, you know, the top female and male athlete compete against each other, I couldn't be more excited to work with this partnership.
It's obvious that you guys all understand the significance of this event and where it sits within high school running. But I'm curious on the Fleet Feet and Brookside, why is it important for you to be associated with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I touched on it, but I mean, one, it is a pinnacle of the sport, right? A lot of us are passionate. We got our start running cross country and track, and so this opportunity for kids and the regional platform and the national platform, not only are we going to have the most talented kids on the line at Balboa here in a couple weeks, but we had 4 championships, 3 so far, 1 this weekend. This is a championship for anybody. That's the best part of this sport. Everybody can line up. Everybody can run that championship course. And those are memories for life that these kids are going to have. And Brooks and Fleet Feet, we get to be a part of that journey with them.
I'd echo the same sentiment. You know, for us, it starts early in the season. You know, kids are coming back to school. They're doing cross country for the first time. You know, and at some point, like, this is going to be their first moment in running for like the rest of their lives, and to like have them be so excited, you know, in that journey, and to be alongside them, you know, whether it's a spike night, it's like those early season meets. But as Ed said, like, I mean, this is a championship meet. You know, my son ran in the South this past weekend. He's a freshman. You know, he got to toe the line, and just like the energy, the excitement. I mean, you just can't replicate that. And so, I mean, I think it's a pinnacle moment, and like we just wanted to come alongside. It's important to us in terms of like our history and our DNA, and we're just thrilled to be here.
Julie, I got to ask you, it was brought up, but you know, you were 1994 champ as a sophomore. I think maybe still number 2 all time, time-wise, 16:41 for those out there that love times.
2 more weeks, though.
And but you're not the only one, right? You mentioned Jorge Torres. He was a 98 champ. Garrett Heath, you guys mentioned, was a national qualifier. You mentioned a few other names that called you. What has it been like to be with this group of alumni of this event and see that community come together around this?
I mean, this is what this race does. We would never have been friends had we not had that opportunity to compete and be a part of, you know, cross-country nationals before. So these friendships last a lifetime. And so it's like you pick up right where you left off. I'm just so excited that with obviously your guys' support, now these other kids are going to have that opportunity, right? We treat them like VIP. I mean, they're going to go out there. They're going to become, you know, new friends, and, you know, hopefully those continue for a lifetime. Just like right now, still I could pick up the phone with Carrie, right? Like, you know, all these amazing people, you know, and pick up the conversation just like that. So Matt Downan's another individual who's been incredibly impactful with this. So it's a village. I'm excited to see the village continue.
That's really cool. Really cool. It wasn't just about saving an event for you guys. It was about having this event live, but also innovate and engage with kids in a different way. I'm curious, do you guys talk a little bit about what were some of those innovations this year and changes that were introduced to the championships?
One of the things I'm most excited about, so Fleet Feet came alongside and we were doing the golden tickets this year. So we've announced 10 boys, 10 girls, so we're going to do at least 10. I don't know. Hit me up. Maybe there's an extra one floating around.
Watch it out.
But it was something new. Like, we want to have the best of the best. And so there's a kid, he set the record at Mount Sac, Johannes, and he finished. And he's like, where's my golden ticket? And like, I love the swagger. I can't wait to meet him in person. But I mean, it's been really exciting to have, you know, I don't really follow Let's Run, but I think there's a Let's Run thread sort of like critiquing the golden tickets. I don't want to look at it, but I think like that's the energy and the excitement of like how you build up to it in the season. The 10 boys and the 10 girls we've announced so far, and we have some real studs. So when Julia says like, maybe I'm only going to have that record for the next 2 weeks, I think we will see the course record be in jeopardy in a few weeks at Balboa Park.
I guess I would just say part of the golden ticket philosophy is we want this race to have absolutely the best talented boys and girls in the world from the United States running at Balboa Park, and the Golden Tickets was a great way, and Fleet Feet Support to come in and put those on to get those kids there.
Yeah, I mean, that was just as someone that ran at a regional. I didn't make the national meet, but just following this event for years, it was when you're missing a few kids and you're like, man, I wish they would figure out a way. You want to see all the best kids on the line. So I think this step that you guys have taken, and I think Brooks has done that with the PR invite. It's a great opportunity to make sure that fans are going to see the best of the best on that starting line. But that's not it. I mean, there's some subtle things you guys did, right? There's no more just a regional event. It's a championship. Every event is a championship, and at that championship, what are you guys wearing? What do these kids get?
These are the official qualifier jackets, part of the amazing gear that these kids are all going to get swagged out with. But yeah, getting to see these out and the winners, Joey and I were just talking about it, right? You get to pick them out. You get to go up and talk about them, and they're just wearing them with such pride. So it's great to see.
And I mean, I think I'd really add, and what I so appreciate, especially talking to Garrett and with Ed and with Joey, is these regionals are people's nationals events, right? This is a time where they get to sit on the stage and they get to be able to show their year's, season's work, and it is their nationals. So I think, looking at elevating these experiences for them, a very small percentage get to go to the nationals. So, obviously by elevating these, that's something I think that we're all very passionate about. Where we're not just targeting the 1%, right? We're targeting the 95%. But then at nationals, let's make sure we have the best that we could possibly bring, and make sure that we're making it accessible, because it's not as much as we think. There's so many races out there, and these kids are raced especially the top ones. I feel like they have to, they're racing every week in a 5K. Guys, this is a lot for these kids. So the golden tickets, I think, really help, alleviate that for them.
Yeah, and I mean, it was the jackets, the golden tickets. Brooks sent athletes to all the races in the South. We had 3 Brooks athletes who were handing out medals, whether you're a freshman, sophomore, like all the way through. And I mean, that's a really special moment. You get to stand up on the podium. You're getting recognized with your peers. Your parents are coming up, taking the photos, so like you want mom and dad also to be proud in that journey. And I mean, I would say that every little detail, and as Ed said, in the South, the champs race was midday, and so the top 10 boys, the top 10 girls, like they were wearing their jackets, and like people were coming up to them, like they're taking photos with them. Like it was like really a neat experience. So.
And I mean, I think I also want to, obviously thanks to Superfeet and other partners that have come on board, we also have the Final Mile where we have DJs out there bringing music and, just making a lot of excitement.
Well, and to at least put a shout out to FloTrack, having the content partnership and all of the media that we are putting out, talking about these races, talking about these kids, talking about the sport. The old championships didn't have that, and Brooks XC does.
But I guess maybe I'll take it over from there. So Ryan, let's ask you a question. So FloTrack came on board, so you wanted to be a part of this, and you've also added some innovation to this when we think of the trading cards. Yeah. So you should speak to that as well.
Yeah, we have made I will say a very hard effort over the past decade and a half to figure out a way to work more closely with the high school cross country championships. And so this was in a lot of ways a dream come true for us, and something that a lot of our team had been a part of. I mentioned I ran it when I was in high school, and I'm one of a few that this was a really meaningful moment. And so to have the opportunity to work alongside you guys with this is awesome. And so definitely activated very quickly. You guys, I think, figured your things out in 7 days, and then there was another 7 days to figure out the media side, and then there was -2 days to get started, right? So everyone activated really quick. Coming into the regional events that you're talking about, Joey, one of the things that we were able to do is work with the events and kind of the folks on site that were doing the coverage to provide photos that were turned into trading cards, digital trading cards that were sent out to the competitors, right? So after the race, you were emailed a photo in a trading card format that showed your place, your time, what region, championship you were in, and all that. And it's kind of a memorabilia for them digitally that they can share with their friends and family and say, hey guys, I competed and here's what I did. And so anyway, that was something that we launched just literally a week or so ago, and something we want to grow upon next year, and obviously with the championships this weekend in the West and then out in San Diego. So yeah. trying to add some bells and whistles to that coverage. Like you said, this, again, it's a special moment for the kids, and so it's like, how do you elevate that outside of just typical highlights and pictures and all those things. So things that we're looking to push on our end. So
maybe if you can control the weather, the Midwest, I mean, it looked brutal. I'm glad I was
that's
in the
cross
South,
country,
so.
baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Julia's out in Cali. She didn't get to deal with that much. So
Hey, we have Mount Sac though. Like if anyone's seen Mount Sac, those things are hills. All right, so that's as bad as as bad as it gets. But I think that's the great part though, is like these courses are cross country courses, which I really appreciate.
Yeah. I want to ask how does this change for Brooks and for Fleet Feet? You mentioned, Joey, like spike nights and things like that early in the year, but how does this change how you look to help and engage with these high school kids as they kick off their seasons, and now that we'll have next year more than a week to get going?
Yeah, I think time is of all of benefit for us. We had 3 months essentially from when we figured this out. So I think planning for next year, the opportunity for elongate not only the storytelling, the activation. We think Fleet Feet was and is the best partner because of their grassroots presence around the country, their ability to kind of own the communities that they're in, and Brooks to be able to partner with them to do that leading up to the race, starting at the beginning of cross country season, all the way through the championships.
No, we're excited. I mean, Brooks is a great brand partner. You think of like the field teams, the activations, being able to bring the energy to our spike nights. So I think we're all excited. Oh, there's another person wearing a jacket just in the stands. Look at that. So anyway, sorry. But we're really excited to have Brooks and actually to have more time to bring the energy, because I think it all starts, at the beginning of the season, and actually to introduce like FloTrack more and like mile split. I think, we do a lot of spike night for the kids, but we should have like a parent night of hey, why should you claim your kid on mile split? What are the benefits? What's your kid going to see? And so I think with more time, there's a lot that we can do. We just need to get through 2 weeks from now, and then we can figure all that out for next year.
Yeah, for sure. And I wish we had more time, but I think our time's about up. And so before I let you guys go, I got to ask, we got one West Championship left. We got Balboa coming up December 13th, 10 days out. Any predictions, any hot takes on that national championship?
We all agreed coming up onto the stage that we would not give any hot takes so that we wouldn't be proven wrong. And it's the course. It's going to be the best of the best. We're going to let the kids rip. We're going to hope that there's a course record set. And we're just all excited to tune in. But the South is going to win. So I did say that. So.
I love it. Well, guys, thank you so much, Ed, Julia. We are excited that you guys are here. Joey, you guys, it was awesome having you guys at the office this week and talking more about what we can do together. But really excited for what's to come over these next 2 weeks, and we'll see you guys in San Diego.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we will be right back with you here, FloTrack at TRE Live, in just a minute.